all musicians, I would say, all performing musicians lost their job just like that. Overnight, we were jobless, not because it was a fault on our side. It wasn't that we were not good enough or something like that. It wasn't that situation. Our jobs were taken from us by force. It was a wake-up call actually for all of us, because the industry was so good that some of us were working 5 days a week, 6 days a week, earning good money. We didn't really think that we needed a backup plan. We didn't think that we needed like a part-time job or something like that. You see, and it's not just musicians. I think it's for all. It's for all the professions as well. So it was a wake-up call for a lot of musicians. And I remember thinking, what am I going to do now? And of course, first they say it was 2 weeks. So okay, it's like a 2-week vacation, time for us to take a step back and relax and reflect, so to speak. My girlfriend and I, we were just taking some time off, doing housework, home improvement, that sort of thing. It's like a time off. And after 2 weeks, the 2 weeks became a month, and a month became 2 months, and then now it's 8 months later, and we need to do something. But yeah, we're still struggling. Yeah, so actually most musicians had to really rethink their lives, because for us, we are forced to embrace a career change. It's not like if you work in an IT company and you suddenly get retrenched, you can always work for another IT company. Your entire industry is not banned. But the live music industry is banned. So most musicians can't look for a job in another hotel or something like that. We are forced to embrace a career change. So a lot of musicians have become food entrepreneurs, for example. Some musicians, we've gone to the plant business, selling plants online, embracing something that is non-musical. Yeah. It is a huge challenge, because imagine embracing a career change at age 46. Actually, at age 46, I got to start from all over again, and I have to compete with people like half my age who have been doing it for a long time. I'm the new player. It's like being a kid. It's like going back to college all over again at 46 and learning on the job. And you are the old guy. You're not as sharp as you were, you're not as dynamic as you were, you're not as quick as you are, and you have to compete with people younger than you. So yeah, it's hard. Yeah. No, I haven't. I'm happy to say that I haven't. And music is unlike any other profession. And that's the beautiful thing about music. It's not like if you're a doctor or lawyer, engineer or something, you have to go to work because you have to work. But music, your work is your passion, it's your religion, it's in your blood. So someone can say, oh, you're not allowed to perform. Like hell, I'm still going to perform, But I'm not going to break the law, but I will bend the law a little bit. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm happy to say that I have performed. I have busked once or twice, even though I'm not a busker. But again, I embrace that, and I'm planning to start a YouTube channel where I'm playing covers, and it's also like a semi-tutorial sort of a thing. I'm teaching music, freelance. I'm teaching children, so you're sharing your passion with someone that's younger, much younger, and you're telling them why they should be learning this craft, because it's not just an art, it's a craft. I've had some exposure, I think, with Malay and BRADA and this, and whatever BRADA has done up to this point. We have got some exposure in the press, which I don't usually get, so that's the silver lining. I still remember. I still remember. I had a gig last Saturday. No, it was more of a, it was in a pub busking, you know, pub gig slash busking, just to keep it within the SOPs, you know. It was my first gig in 8 months. I was screwing up because I forgot the chords and, you know, it's very rusty. We are live musicians and we live to perform in front of an audience. We miss it. I miss that energy, and it was just fantastic to get that vibe from the audience again, which is great. You're right. You are right. I am very fortunate. Yeah, very fortunate indeed. I think the first part of your question was, you know, how musicians are going to come together to solve this, and I don't think there is a quick solution. I think that we still haven't found this new platform. Still haven't found this new idea, because if you look at what's been going on in the pub and club scene as far as entertainment goes, there's a formula to it, right? There's a DJ, there's a band. It can be a full band, can be a solo, two-piece, three-piece, whatever. DJ, band. There's 3 sets. There's 2 breaks. DJ plays in between. It's a very standard sort of format, and that format's been that format has been running since the 50s or 60s, as long as clubs have been around in KL. So now that this thing has happened, even if life goes back to normal, it's never going to be normal. So we need to come up with a new format, not that format anymore. And at the moment, no one has identified anything, and no one has, or that formula of standardization has not come. The second part of your question, you're mentioning about associations. I think the musician associations have done all that they can do. There are quite a few. There is an association called the Malaysian Pub and Club Association. I never knew there was such an association until this MCO happened. I know of Karyawan and PTPS and all that. PPTS. And yeah, a couple of, there was at one point there was a persatuan called Persatuan Pemuzik Club Malam at one point. But I never knew there was a Malaysian Pub and Club Association, right? You know, where all the owners of these pubs and clubs have actually also done what all the other persatuans have done, all the other associations have done, which is to come up with SOPs stating that we can continue with live performance within certain standard operating procedures, certain restrictions. But so far, as I know, none of them have received any positive response from the government. You know, it's either very vague or it's no response at all. So that's the situation right now. I don't blame them. It's not their fault. They have done what they can do, and it's all kind of exhausted already. So I think what the associations can do at the moment to sort of alleviate the struggles of musicians is to come up with new ideas, new platforms maybe. We're never going to go back to those days where we do 3 45-minute sets and get paid X amount. Those days are gone. So we are looking towards the associations to say, okay, this is going to be the new format, this is going to be the new standard, whether it's online or live streaming or what have you. So we're still figuring it out at this moment, and it's going to take some time before that becomes standard.
But maybe the authorities.
I wouldn't say they've done enough, but I don't see what more they can do. I mean, I used to be quite upset with the associations as well, because we all know that there's There's actually politics in every organization. There's politics in private organizations, there's politics in NGOs, politics in music associations, obviously. And I blame the politics for getting in the way of justice for musicians getting their jobs back. But I'm not upset because there's nothing more that they can do actually. And I have posted something on Facebook saying that the musician associations are useless. Not useless because they're not doing enough, but it's just that all the table banging and all the noise they have made, this falls on deaf ears. The authorities out there do not care enough about the musicians and the musicians association. Some of these associations have got members in the thousands. These are thousands of voters who can sway the government, but they are not into pleasing us as voters. It seems that as far as the government is concerned, the massage parlor associations have got more sway than the musician associations.
Too right.
Yeah.
Too right.
Sad. Yeah, sad situation.
Weeks of kids but me so meaningless. I know it'll be alright. I know it'll be alright. This time